Hello everyone, welcome you all. This is Suresh from His Automation channel. Today we are going to discuss on IInvoke method listener in TestNG. So let's get started. So what does this listener do? So this IInvoke the method listener performs some specific task before and after of our test execution. So whenever we have any test methods right in the TestNG file, for say example we have before method, after method, and we have a test method. So all these methods we have in our test case scenario, but this listener will do whenever you wanted to perform some specific operations or some specific task that you wanted to perform on each and every method. Then this listener will be suitable in that situation. So for say example, you wanted to clear some cache cookies, or you want to set something, you wanted to add some details. So in that way, you can use this IInvoked method. And this listener invokes before and after every test method available in your test code. Unlike itest listener, so in itest listener we have on test methods. It's related to all the test methods, but whereas this invoked method is irrespective of that, whatever methods available in your entire test-ng class file, it will invoke for all of them. And in this IInvoked listener we have a two methods, which is before invocation and after invocation. So before invocation, this method invokes before every method. After invocation is will be an after of each method. So let's get into the practicals. Let me open my Eclipse IDE, and this is a project that we are having. It's a TestNG project, and we have everything set here. So let me quickly show you what's there in my pom.xml. So we have TestNG dependency, Selenium dependency, and WebDriver dependency, and we have some build plugins, which is a Surefire plugin, and we have a configure compiler. So these are all the minimum requisites for TestNG project. And this is my source test Java. Under that we have discussed itest listener and iSuite listener. So in case if you are new to this session, you can watch those sessions as well. And let me create one package with the name of iSuite IInvoked method. So let me quickly add one test method for direct test. So we are not going to use before and after test. So let me quickly add. So we have one test method created. Now we will create a class and we will implement the IInvoked method interface. For that, again I will go to this package and new, then class, and here this will be my listener. Now I need to implement my interface, which is an IInvoked method. Implements. So we have here arg.testng, and we have one more method so called arg.testng listener. So we need to select the listener, not the method. Right, once you once you implement this, let's go to this class and right click here, go to source. Under that source you have this override implements, and here we have two methods, so before invocation, after invocation, but we have some implementations like we have a invoked method and itest results, and we have itest context. So we will generally use IInvoked method and itest results, so we'll select those options only, not the context one. So I selected this, both of them, and let me again remove this unused methods. So this is a syntax for these two methods. We have before invocation and after invocation, and that IInvoked method, so which method it is invoking, and itest results, basically we will point that to the class. Let me quickly add CISO here. You can add anything here, so for demonstration purpose I'm using CISO here. So using this method, so we have method, so we will copy that method and we will call method dot get test method. So we need to call get test method. So it's a get method, get method name. So this will get the method name of what test case, that what method that is performing like test case. And again we will add some text here. So this will be, so in which class these are exist. So for that again I will call test results dot get test results get test class. So we need to use get test class, and likewise we can call this in our after invocation also. So for differentiation I will say this is before invocation, so listener before invocation log, and this is after invocation log. So this is the setup that we needed. So this is very simple, right? So we have only two overrides method, unlike we have itest listener, we have many. Now we need to call this into our test cases. So here we have our test cases, so we need to call here. So for that we have annotation to be used here, so which is listener, right? Under that listener you need to pass a value here. So value equal to, so what you want to be calling, so this is the method package name, right? You need to use the package name dot, so that class name, so this is the class name dot class. So this is the prerequisite before you invoke your test cases. So this should be set so that that method will be implemented. So if you are not doing this, what will happen, right? So let me comment this line and save it, and if I run this, you will see only this log, which is a sysout here, only one log. So it will not be invoking that method before and after, right? So for that, then again I will be uncommenting these lines, and let's quickly save, and again we will execute this. Now you can see you have something here, right, which is created. Let me put it in here. So you have, this is my listener before invocation log, and we have again this is my test scenario function. So whatever function code that you write in your method, that method will be executed, and after that after invocation log will be called, and this is the scenario one that we are going to execute, right? So this is a method name, so we have used that method name here, right? So method dot test method and get method name, so that will calling the method name here in your logs, and then after of the class, so which class it is actually. So we are in a class, right, test demo class, so this class will be called here. So these logs will be helping you to debug more, and you can point to any specific methods, and this will be more and more useful when you are having some settings or configuration that you wanted to execute on each test method execution. So this will be suitable in that situation. So I have implemented for only test method, right? So let me quickly again create a before and after test so that you will understand how this is calling. Right, I have two more methods added here, which is after and before classes. Now we will execute this again. Right, now you can see there are multiple logs created, right? So this invoke method works on the method level. So each method, it has launched or it has called the before invocation. After method execution, it has called again after invocation. So you can see here, so we have before class, which is executed first, then after we have a test function, then after you have a after. So every method calling, it has invoked this specific piece of code. So this is how this invoke method listener works in TestNG, and I recommend you to do a proper test case creation using a browser launch and a browser tear down, and in between you do something login or perform some specific actions, and share your feedback in my comment section. If you stuck anywhere, do comment those errors in the comment section. I will likely to help you. And this type of questions you may experience in interview, that how does this invoke method listener works in TestNG, and what is the purpose of using this, and what is advantages and disadvantages. So you can explain them all these things that I have explained so far. I hope this session is useful for you. In case if you are new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Do share, like and comment.